Hello guys and welcome to another video. As many of you saw in the previous ones, we had some very extreme off-road drives, two of them. Ironically, both happened in the same day, one after the other. It was very difficult, so to speak. And during all this off-roading and during the winching of the Duster, my main concern was about the felt plates, because I was more than sure that in some areas they will break or I would have some problems with it. Well, it turns out that even if the Duster went on its belly for a good period of time, even pulled from the back, it seems that the felt plates are in a very good shape, almost the same as it were before this off-road drive. The funny thing is that exactly 2 days after these experiences, I had to go with my Duster to the dealership service for the maintenance. We took the car up and I managed to film the felt plates as they were a couple of days after the extreme winching in the mud and so on. Before I show you how they look after this experience, I want to explain a bit what happened. We went on a trail that was known to us. 2 years ago, we tried it again with the Duster, my old Duster, and the Jimny. The same thing happened. We tried to go up, we didn't succeed. We had to be a little helped, to get the cars moving. And of course, the Duster got stuck, the Jimny helped, and overall, it was an okay experience. We didn't lose that much time. This time was different because I had the bad idea of trying to get the Duster uphill first. In these situations, when the grip is almost zero, the car tends to go in a very bad position. No matter how much you try to take it on a certain trail, on a certain route, the car will always end up close to rolling over, or in situations as it did in our case. So we had to pull the car from the behind, and if we were to go further, the chances of rolling the car on the left side were pretty big. So the Jimny had to go all the way up, had to turn, and then we secured it from the towing hook to a tree. And after it was secured, the Jimny pulled the Duster all the way up. After that, we secured the Duster on the back. And as you can see, we let the gravity do its thing, and we managed to get the Duster in a good position, and from there went down. Unfortunately, we didn't go home. We had to do some more off-roading, at least to have some nice sequences. As you saw in the Duster versus Vitara video, we went on a nice trail, not that difficult, but we made a very bad mistake. So most of the time when you go off-roading, when you go uphill on a long trail, the best route to go down is the one you used for climbing. Especially if all the trails in the woods or on the hills are muddy, the best way to return is on the trail that you used for climbing. We didn't follow that rule, and that cost us a lot of time, about 2.5 hours. We had to wait, the cars were stuck, and as you see in these videos, the Vitara had to be pulled from the back pretty hard. Fortunately, nothing broke on the Vitara, and the Duster only had to be helped a bit, pulled on the side, as we needed to get past from one trail with big ditches to another trail. But because there was a very soft mud with no rocks in it, we didn't have any chance except with some help. So that being said, now that you have seen what really happened and how extreme it was, I want to show you this is how the felt plates are looking 2 days after this experience. Now that you have seen the places we've been with the Duster, how much went on its belly, this is how everything looks like after an experience like this. We have mud in all the wrong places or the right places, but what's most important, these felt plates have no problem. Even if we were pulled backwards, as you can see in these images. Well, it seems that the tail plates are okay, everything is okay, and we are good to go to another off-road drive soon. So if you want to know if the tail plates are okay, well, if you apply 3 layers of Raptor paint, they will be just fine, even in situations like the one I went on a few days ago. One small problem with last off-road drive, this support right here for the exhaust pipe is out of its place, and I think this part right here is broken. Yeah, the upper part is broken, but I believe there's no problem if I'm going to use it like this for a few months. So what do you say? The fail plates are looking very nice in my opinion. I did expect to break in certain areas, especially on the area that there are 2 plates and one is on top of the other. But we were fortunate enough not to hit that area with branches or rocks. I don't know if the next time will be the same. Nevertheless, they look very, very nice. They are very, very strong. So the solution with the Raptor coating, 3 layers of Raptor paint coating on the top, is very, very useful. I advise you to do the same if you have a new Duster and you want to go off-roading. It's a little messy, it will take you about half a day, but if you do it right, or at least if you do it, apply 3 coats of Raptor paint, well, they will be very, very resistant. They won't break so fast if you hit a rock or something like that, and they will protect the underneath area of the Duster better. This is one of the first things I will do when I get my hands on the new Duster. I haven't made the order yet. I am still waiting for a couple of months, and overall I hope my investment will be okay. This is what I wanted to show you, how the fail plates are looking after 2 extreme mud off-roading drives. And if you have other questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section. Thank you for your time and drive safe. Bye bye.